I had to give me a glass of wine because why not have a boozy get ready with me, okay? Alright, hey y'all, welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna do a chit chat full get ready with me. So as you saw, I just got out the shower and now I am about to wash my lashes because we are going to an event today. So you know, we gotta get all cute, and I'm supposed to be helping, you know, work the front door. I don't know if y'all saw my vlog like probably 2 months ago. 4 p.m. in Soweto, they're having another event this weekend in Houston. Well, today in Houston. So I offered to help work out the check-in table, so I'm gonna be doing that. But first, we gotta get ready. So let's get into washing these lashes. And I got this lash shampoo from Amazon. It's called Braidly eyelash shampoo. I don't know, and it came with like a little squirt bottle, and it also came with a spoolie also. So that was my first time ordering lash stuff from online, because I usually just get it from my lash tech. But I usually just squirt like 1 or 2 pumps and make sure that I'm getting like the roots of the lashes, underneath the lashes, get all that eye crust and the oils, makeup out, all that. And I usually try to wash my lashes like whenever I have a heavy workout. I'll definitely wash them that day, but other than that, then I'll do every other day or every 2 days. So we got that. I'm just going to use my little squirt bottle to rinse it out. Alright, now that my face is clean, I'm going to go in with my Peter Thomas Roth Goodbye Acne Max Complexion Correction Pads. I'm just going to sweep this across my face. So this really just helps with like the dark spots and active acne too. Ooh, it burns. Whew. Sometimes like it hadn't been burning these past couple of days, but I think after using that sponge, it really got my skin exfoliated. And I like to get on my neck too, because I feel like I've been getting a little neck acne here and there. Whew. Alrighty. And I picked up so I went to Sephora yesterday, and with my beauty insider points, I got like a free, I guess, sample whatever. So I'm about to use the Kiehl's Ultra facial cream to moisturize my face. And I tried this earlier, and I like how it wasn't super thick compared to my Pond's, because lately I feel like the Pond's has just been sitting on top of my skin rather than absorbing the moisture. So we're going to be trying this out to see how we like it. I'm not going to do too much skincare because I am about to do my makeup, so we don't want to have all them products sitting underneath that makeup for real. Alright, last thing, of course, is our Black Girl sunscreen. Make sure we gotta protect the skin by all means. Baby Tay slept on too. I like some of her music. This is a song by her called Vacation. And for body care, my go-to lotion is always the Nivea. Like this lotion right here is just the perfect for me, honestly, I feel like, because it's just so moisturizing, it's shiny, it's thick, it's not watery. Like it's the perfect formula for me, and I feel like it does keep my skin hydrated. So I After showering, I always have to use my European Wax Center ingrown hair serum, because this just makes sure that I don't get any ingrowns, and I use this every single day, sometimes twice a day. It just depends on if I took a shower twice or once. So yeah. Alrighty, so we are about to get into makeup, but first let me brush out these lashes so I don't look too crazy. But yeah, I wrote down a list of questions and stuff that I feel like that you guys would be interested in knowing about, especially if you don't know me personally. I haven't really done like a full intro video to myself on here yet, so I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for us to get into that. But first, we're going to start with primer, y'all. And I showed y'all, you're probably gonna have seen it by now, but I picked this Milk Makeup mattifying primer up from Sephora the other day, and honestly, like, this is my new favorite primer. Like, I was using the Fenty primer at first, but it just wasn't mattifying enough for me. But this is perfect. Like, I'm gonna zoom in so I can see like how it literally mattes my face, and I have very oily skin, so I need products that's going to take away that extra shine that I'll always give. Okay, and yeah, as y'all can see, I did my edges off camera already because I needed them to be dry and stuff before I started my makeup, so I didn't get makeup mixed in with my edges. But let's get into it, y'all. Get to know. Ooh, see, this lash right here just keeps hanging down, and I don't know how to. I think I need to like brush it underneath. Oh well. Okay, so the first question we have is, how old am I? And I am 25 years old. I was born on September 21st, 1997. I am a Virgo, big Virgo energy. If you know, you know. But honestly, saying I'm 25 just sounds crazy, because in my head, I am still like 21. I'm still in college. I'm still just young and careless and carefree. I feel like I'm still young and carefree now, but with more responsibility, if that makes sense. But yes, I turned 26 this year, which is even crazier. Like, damn, 30 is creeping up on me, which is crazy. I'm hoping by the time, shoot, I freaking turn 30, I am hopefully engaged, engaged or something like that. But you know what they say, like, every time we think we have a plan or we got a plan set up, God has something else planned for us. So let me not even try to, you know, put a time frame on that, but that's what I would like to happen. I mean, I just can't see myself doing this whole dating stuff for much longer, especially because dating in today's days is not even dating. It's playing around, honestly, playing around. But yeah, that's how old I am. And I mean, since we're talking about dating life, I am very much single, and I'm ready to mingle, honestly, because I really haven't, I mean, I have dated and stuff, but nothing was really anything that I was looking for. It just didn't turn out what I thought it would be. So that's kind of where I am at right now. But when I'm trying to, when I start dating, like, I really want to date intentionally, because the going with the flow stuff honestly just ends up in a heartbreak. It ends up in a freaking heartbreak. So don't recommend doing that. But yeah, and then everybody, what's crazy is when I moved to Houston, everybody was just like, yeah, Houston got all the fine men and da-da-da-da. Where they at? Where are they at? Like, they here, but they not here at the same time. Like, I don't know what it is, where they be hiding at, what grocery stores or coffee shops I need to go to, but yeah, that's my life right now. Okay, so the next question is, where am I from? So I think I mentioned earlier, I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, but so actually my family, both of my parents were born in the Ivory Coast, which is in West Africa, and they were born in Cote d'Ivoire or Abidjan, however you want to say it, but both my parents were born there, and my dad moved here like in the 80s. Well, he moved to New York in the 80s, and then my mom moved to New York like in '96, a year before I was born. And my sister and I were both born in New York, and then my younger siblings, they were all born in Indianapolis, and that's where I was raised, in Indianapolis. I didn't move into Houston until 2020, right after graduating undergrad, and honestly, that has been one of the best decisions of my life. Like, I won't say that I don't miss Indiana. The only thing that I miss about Indiana really is just being close to my friends. But like, I feel like when I started traveling, that's when I noticed that I probably would not be living in Indiana after college. Like, and what's interesting is I wanted to go out of state for college to begin with. Like, I wanted to get out since high school, but all the schools I applied to weren't really throwing enough money for me to go out of state when I could just go to school for free in Indiana and then just pay for grad school, because I knew at that point I was either going to go to med school, PA school, some type of grad school. But so I was like, I'd rather have undergrad be free and then only have to pay, well, take out loans for any post graduate degree or post undergrad degree. I had to give me a glass of wine because why not have a boozy get ready with me, okay? But yeah, I just poured up some Pinot Noir, Grigio, whatever. You know, I try to make it sound real fancy because I can speak a little French. In case you didn't know, I can speak some French. I just told y'all my parents are from the Ivory Coast. So I grew up with my parents speaking French to me and their native language as well. So the only thing is, like, when it's a person that's actually like from France speaking, or someone that's like in a mainly French speaking country, if they speak super fast, it can be sometimes hard for me to follow. But for the most part, I can understand in a conversation. I just need to get more fluent with actually speaking so that when I go visit a French speaking country, I can talk to them. Hello?
Girl, do you remember that boy?
Alrighty, so we are done with the brows. I have to do that off camera only because the brows are really the most important thing to me, and I had to make sure they're perfect, and talking while doing them does not work. So this wine is good. Alright, so getting back into more about me. So I have 4 siblings. I have an older sister, I'm the second oldest, and then I have 3 younger siblings. So I have my brother, he's 19, and then I have a 20, dang, how old is my sister? I'm 25, so she's 23, and then I have an 11-year-old sister, and then of course my nephew. He doesn't count as a sibling, but he is 4 months, and I'm in love with him. And that is my first and only, he is my only nephew. I don't have a niece yet, so I am a very proud auntie, and I'm obsessed with him. Like, I can't wait till I can give him a little cousin. Okay, next thing is college. So about college and grad school. So I went to Indiana University and I got my degree in exercise science. Hence why I'm very into fitness and everything. And I mentioned to y'all that I am getting my personal training certification so that I can start training, because I have so many people ask me about my workout routine, what I do, how I gain weight, or people even in the gym would be like, are you a trainer? Like, your body looks so good, all this stuff. So I was like, why not put my degree to use and one of my hobbies to use and make money from it and also benefit other people? And like, I don't know, it's just really something fun for me. Like, I love working out, I love going to the gym. So that's what I got my degree in. And back then when I had got the degree, I had no intention of getting into the fitness world. I was really more focused on becoming a physician assistant. So back then so when I first started college, I wanted to become a doctor. Then I was like, no, organic chemistry was not for me, because I had to take that class as a prereq. And then I was just realizing, like, I don't like blood, I don't like seeing people in pain and all that stuff. So that's when I realized becoming a doctor wasn't for me, and I didn't want to be in school for all my life. So I was like, let's try PA. And then I was kind of running into the same thing again, was just seeing that, just realizing that I didn't think it was going to be something I wanted to do super long term. So then eventually, like my I think it was like towards the end of my junior year of college, I was speaking to my advisor and I told her, I was like, hey, you know, I like the healthcare field, but I also do like business and, you know, being in charge, or like you know, being like on the business side of things. And that's when she basically told me to look into healthcare administration. Where is my concealer? Okay, right here. Healthcare administration. And so that's when I decided that after undergrad, I would get my master's in healthcare administration and try to find some job, maybe working in a hospital in like a management position or a clinic, something of that sort. So during college, that's when I guess changed my focus during junior year. So that's why I really didn't care for the exercise science degree at that time. But college in general was a blast. Like, honestly, the best 4 years of my life. I'm still kind of sick that I didn't get to experience my last 4 years senior year because of COVID. Fuck COVID. But yeah, I didn't get to experience that. But for the rest of the time, like, it was just the best thing ever. Freshman year was crazy. Like, the parties at our school were literally the best. Like, I can just tell you the amount of crazy stories we done had at IU. So in college, I was very involved. I crossed AKA my sophomore year. I was involved in an organization called Women of Color Leadership Institute all 4 years, and I was on the e-board for 3 of those 4 years. Actually, was I on a freshman year? No, I don't think so. I think it was just the next 3 years. I was also involved in like a lot of scholarship programs, just a lot of things. Like, I really made the best of my 4 years, and I met some really great people that I'm still friends with today, people I was friends with in high school. Like my roommate freshman year, Victoria, one of my close friends, we knew each other since high school or middle school. I think it was really high school. Like, I knew of her in middle school, but we weren't friends. But even like, she was my roommate. Then all my roommates from sophomore to senior year, like, I'm friends with now, or we live in the same city. So yeah, I really stayed connected with everyone in college for sure that I cared for. So I stopped using that Fenty Bright Eye Concealer only because the color just wasn't doing it for me. So I'm just back to using my old faithful LA Pro Girl Concealer in the color Fawn until I can find a brand that has this color that I actually like. So I just added a second layer in, and I'm just gonna go in and blend this out again just to make sure it's super bright. All right, so back to college. Yeah, so COVID happened and college was basically over. So didn't get a graduation, none of that, but I did get accepted to Texas Women's University to get my master's in healthcare administration. And at that point, like, I knew I was going to be moving to Houston after college. So I have visited like 3 times actually. I visited once with my sisters, and then once with my sisters, once with Amanda and my line sister Jada, and another time with Alicia. That's when we were right before we were going to move, because she was my roommate when we first moved. But yeah, 2 or 3 times, and I've been here 3 times, and I was just like, yeah, Houston is a place for me. Like, it's super black, a huge city vibe, so much to do. I just love the energy, the hospitality, all of that. Like, I fell in love with Houston. And my options really were, because I knew I wanted to move down south. I wanted to be in a warm state, and I wanted to be somewhere that had a lot of black people. So it was either going to be Houston, Dallas, or Atlanta. And I have visited Atlanta so many times, so I was just like, Atlanta is just not really it for me. I want like a new environment, a new surroundings, somewhere that I'm not really that familiar with. So that's how I came across choosing Houston to be my city of choice to move in. And mind you, I have no family in Houston, no family at all. So that was a pretty big move for me. So moving to Houston was crazy. Like, everyone knew that I wanted to do it, but once I actually did it, like, people were shocked. It was like, wow, you said you was gonna do this and you did it, like I always do. But yeah, after getting accepted into grad school, I was like, now it's time for me to find a job. Let me just make sure I get my contour, and I'm using my Fenty Espresso matchstick. All right, so Okay, so what was I saying? I was saying to find a job. So yeah, so I was literally applying to any and everything, and I ended up getting like a job at CVS as like a shift supervisor trainee, something like that. It was just something just to have, so at least I had some type of income coming into here while I was in school, because my main focus wasn't really working. It was just school at the time, but I knew I had to work to, you know, afford rent and all that. So I was just getting something just to get. So I did not stay at that job long when I moved here. So I ended up like after that I started like nannying for a little bit while I was still in school, because it was easy for me to get schoolwork done and to it was easy for me to get schoolwork done and make some money, and it just wasn't as like strict as working at CVS. So doing that during my program. But let's rewind back to preparing for the move here. So I was saving up hella money. I'm saving up hella money before I moved here, and honestly I probably moved here with I can't remember how much money I saved, but it was enough for me to afford moving expenses, get furniture, and all that stuff. So make sure whenever you decide to move, especially if you're moving across the freaking country, make sure you got at least, I would say have at least 2,000 on top of at least 3 months of rent that you have saved up. Just make sure that you're set. That's all I'm gonna say. I be seeing stories about people moving to another city and only having like $500 to their name, all that stuff. I would not recommend that at all. Especially if you're moving to a big city, only because it's just like, the job market right now is not easy, especially if you don't have a foot in the door, if you don't have anyone to network with. It can be very difficult to find a decent job. So you don't want to move to a city and not have a game plan. And that's one thing about me. I don't do things unless I know that it's going to work out, or at least if I have some confidence that it's going to work out in my favor. But yeah, so preparing for the move, did all that, saved all my money up, had a going away party, all of that things. Moved in, I had a roommate because I knew it was gonna be better for me to have someone to live with my first year, because it's gonna be cheaper, and then at least have someone to experience a new city with. So that was that. It was a big transition for me moving here, only because number one, like the city is just set up so completely different than what I was used to. Like, it's huge. It takes forever. Well, when I first moved, we kind of moved to like, and we weren't super close in the city, but we weren't very far out either. But it took like at least 20 to 25 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes to get everywhere. So that was kind of like a big shock for me, because things in Houston are not close to each other. Like, it's so freaking spacious. It can take you freaking an hour and a half to get from one side of the town to the other. Like, that's how big Houston is. So that was an adjustment. The traffic laws in general was an adjustment. Just seeing so many black establishments was an adjustment, because in Indiana, we're used to just going to the white bars and partying and have our little group of black folks on the side. No, in Houston, you can literally go anywhere and go to a lounge or restaurant, store, all that, and see all black people everywhere. And that's what I really loved. Like, it was just black excellence all around. So I could probably do another video just on Houston itself, but just to say 10 out of 10 recommend, but at least for me, 10 out of 10 recommend moving here. Like, it's just so completely different, and I just like a breath of fresh air. Let's see what else we want to talk about. But first, let's try to focus on this makeup. So what do I need to do? Let's add a little bit of eyeshadow. Alright, so now we're going to get into what I do for work. So right now, so basically in my grad school program, I had an opportunity to get an internship with this healthcare consulting company, and that's what I did. So I got an internship, like, I think my second year, so almost towards the end of my program, with this consulting firm. And I interned there. So I had a job at working as an outreach care specialist for a health insurance company before. And basically when I was presented with the internship opportunity, I knew it was something that I wanted to do as a career after graduating. So I took the risk and basically quit my job and got the internship, because it was paid, and they were paying me more than my job at the time. So I took a risk, and I quit my job, got the internship, and then I basically like worked my ass off because I knew I wanted to work for them afterwards, and I knew that I didn't have a job lined up after the internship. So I was like, I'm gonna work my ass off so they know that I'm like dedicated, so that they can hire me and I have a guaranteed job before I even graduate. And that's literally what happened. I interned like on a revenue cycle team, and then ended up transitioning into a full-time position working on a supply chain team. So now I'm just getting into exactly what I do. So as a healthcare consultant, basically we work with hospitals all across the US and country. Like, we are a worldwide, I guess, company, but basically the hospital system hire our company to come in and try to improve like their processes, either help them reduce costs, save money, or modernize their healthcare system. So I work specifically on a supply chain team. So we work with everything that's purchased in the hospital, and that ranges from food, scrubs, breast implants, gloves, anesthesia products, anything that's purchased in a hospital. And I mean anything. That's what the supply chain team deals with. So we kind of help with like negotiating contracts, making sure that they're getting the best price for a certain product, like based on like, you know, market benchmarks, or we'll basically try to make sure that their system are using more like up-to-date technology. So instead of using paper system for patient records, we'll try to get them onto an online system. Or instead of ordering things through paper or by phone, we want to transition them to an online ordering system. So we kind of do things like that and try to save money for hospitals in general and just improve their outcomes. So for work, I usually I do work remotely, but we do have to travel to clients. So I travel maybe like once a month depending on the project, and I'm only on 2 projects right now, so I don't travel a lot. But yeah, when I do travel, we usually travel just to meet, or if we have to tour a room in a hospital or anything of that sort. That's kind of what why I would travel. Or if we have any in-person meetings, that's the only time I would travel, really. But yeah, that's kind of what I do for work, and I really do enjoy it. Like, I get paid really well. I get an opportunity to travel, learn about so many different things, network with different hospitals and people in so many different states. It's really just a good opportunity. But I don't know how long I'm going to do this, only because as I get older, I'm starting to like realize that I just see more for myself, and I don't see myself working for someone in the future. And what's crazy is I was always one of the people that I was like, I'm the entrepreneur, like type of business is not for me. Like, I prefer to have a set schedule, know what I'm getting paid, all that stuff. But the more I just branch out and network with people and just explore my interests and hobbies, I'm realizing that I want to have something that I call my own. And that's kind of why I'm starting to get in. That's why I started with YouTube, and I'm going to get into personal training, because those are both things that I enjoy doing. I like making content, I like recording myself, I like showing people things I like to do, and I like working out. So those are 2 things that I can see myself doing in the future long term, especially, you know, to just bring benefits to not only my life, like not only to fulfill me as a person, but also, you know, another stream of income too, of course. You know, in today's day, you have to have more than one stream of income to be living comfortably, which is unfortunate, but that's just how it is. I kind of don't even know what look I'm going for with this makeup look, but we're just doing anything and just see what happens. Like, I feel like I haven't done my makeup for real in a minute. Let's see what else questions I had on here for y'all. But first, a drink. Okay, so we have my hobbies and where I see myself in 5 years. So back to hobbies, like I mentioned before, YouTube is becoming one of my hobbies. Working out is one of my hobbies, and just really a lifestyle for me. I love to cook. As y'all can see, I started a cooking series. I don't know when I'm going to upload my next video, but I did have a request to make this meal that I had made and posted on my Instagram I think like a week ago. But I basically remade the pesto cavatappi pasta from Noodles and Company. If you have that in your area, that was literally my favorite pasta in college. Like, every time I would go to Noodles, that would be my go-to. So, but yeah, cooking is one of them. Shopping, I really actually like, I wanted to get into scrapbooking, and I've been trying to do this for like the past year, but I just need to find, I just really just need to start, honestly. But I have so many pictures that I feel like it would be fun to start scrapbooking all those so that I can get them out my phone and clear up some damn storage, okay? But yeah, that, I already said shopping, traveling. Like, traveling is just honestly that's one of the reasons why I moved out of Indiana, because I traveled and saw something bigger and better. But traveling, and just in general, if you don't have the opportunity to do so, try to at least once a year, try to go somewhere new, whether that be in the US, out of the country. But traveling really just gives you another perspective on life. It makes you just feel, I don't know, it makes you feel alive again, honestly. Like, whenever you're stressed or something like that, going on a vacation, taking a trip will just have you feeling so much better and show you reasons why you should, you know, keep living and working towards your goals, so that you can be able to do that anytime that you would like to. So, yeah. Whew. What else? I feel like I'm really kind of done with my face. Like, I wasn't trying to do too much. I'm trying to think, is there anything that I'm really forgetting? I just need to add some blush on. Blush and mascara. Yeah, I was going to try to use my one size powder for the under eye, but I just really don't care for this powder, but I'm just going to use a little bit. Yes, a little bit. I'm just swipe. I think the last topic is really just talking about life lately. And I feel like life has been lifing lately. Like, I just kind of been very overwhelmed with just everything that I want to do and just thinking about the future. And sometimes I try not to, you know, think about the future too much, but sometimes it's inevitable. Like, you got to just think about what's, like, you can't think about it all the time, but you also have to be prepared and make sure that you have a plan. And that's just kind of like where I'm at right now. Like, I just have so much that I want to do, so much going on, that I get overwhelmed and anxiety easily. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm just kind of in a discovery phase of trying to, I guess, prioritize what's important right now and what I really need to put all my focus in, because my mind is kind of in just so many different areas right now that I just really need to get it together. Not saying that it's not together now, but for my mental health, I really just need to take some time out and really just prioritize things that should be prioritized right now. So I think we're pretty much done with this makeup look. I'm just about to add my mascara and then add some blush on, and then just some powder everywhere. And then we need to figure out what I'm going to wear, because I have no idea what I'm wearing to this. And if there's anything else that you guys want to know about me, or if we even want to have maybe like a girls chat or something like that, just let me know down in the comment box, and maybe I'll have like a video just talking about different topics or my opinions on topics, all of that. I think that would be a fun video, honestly. And now we're going to be using my favorite blush right now, the Tower 28 Power Hour cream blush. I think it's a cream base. Ooh, if I can get it open. Ooh. Okay, there we go. I just like to use my fingers with this because it's just so light to the touch. We can't forget about the lips. I'm going in with my Kiss lip pencil. And we're just going to do my everyday lip, honestly. Oh, yeah. Now we got the lips line, and I'm just gonna be using my Fenty gloss, and this is the hot chocolate lip plumper one. And apparently this be sold out everywhere, but it was in stock at my Sephora. How do we look? Like, okay, nice and simple beats. Like, can't complain. Let's just brush my lashes. See, I need to go get a better edge control because, like, y'all, look. All of this is poofed up now. So I might have to stop and get some of that because my edges will be sweated out by the time I leave this house. And it's also hot outside, so there we go. Alrighty, so we're done with the makeup, and now we're about to get into the outfit. Okay, so I'm thinking about wearing this top, like this blouse or whatever, and maybe like tucking it into some of, I think probably one of my mom jeans. Probably tucking it, ooh. Either I could wear with these jeans or with maybe these brown. Actually, I think I might like the brown leather better. I think I might pair with these brown leather pants. Oh wait, no, I have a different pair. Sorry. Got so much freaking clothes, y'all. Still not enough though. I think I might wear these brown leather pants and then this top. Yeah, that's a look. Now the question is with shoes, because I don't know if I really, I could wear these shoes with them. Alright, I think I like this outfit. Yeah, this is going to be a cute little outfit. So that's what I am about to put on. So let's get dressed. Alright, so I got my shirt put on and I'm about to put on my pants. And I'm recording a TikTok at the same time, so bear with me. Alright, we got those on. I don't know, kind of just wanted to look kind of, you know, messy or whatever. So I'm going to be wearing my JW watch, of course, and I'm going to be putting on this necklace from Forever 21. I got this when I was going to Miami. And then for fragrance, I'm probably going to be wearing my Caroline Herrera Good Girl. Like I said, y'all, this is honestly my favorite fragrance. It kind of reminds me of Black Opium, but more sweet. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of more of a sunny scent to me. Then I'm going to be pairing it with this bag. And honestly, y'all, I think I am ready to go. I'm going to show y'all the full look once I get my other shoe on. So this is the final look. I decided to do like a little half shoulder because I felt like I was going to get hot. But yeah, this is the finished look. So y'all, thank y'all for tuning in for this chit chat. Get ready with me. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next video.